You're listening to an audio version of Changing the World by Restless Modern. If you're interested in reading the full post, go to rm.substack.com. 5-second summary. In 2019, I largely flailed around. In 2020, I'm releasing 2 singles each month and doing a lot of other cool things to position RM as a multidisciplinary brand. Through 2020 and beyond, I'm taking 3 very vague steps that will somehow help me change the world. I'm going to lay out an amorphous roadmap of where Restless Modern is going. You'll see that RM is becoming less isolated in music and more intertwined with representing my activities generally as a human. I think that this is going to work best in 3 parts. 1, 2019, 2, 2020, 3, plus. So, 2019. Good things and bad things happened here, but mostly good things. Let's take a look at one of the biggest things that went wrong in the scope of RM. I only put out 5 original tracks in 2019, and one of them was a feature. What was I doing the whole time? To be honest, I'm not really sure. Here are a few guesses. Internal crisis on a post-grad path. See the song Am I Quitting? Half starting a startup and failing to raise pre-seed funding. Moving out of New York City and into Wisconsin. Working for Bonfire, which is a label I work for. Building RM Reach, which is my YouTube promo channel. Managing my time poorly and being lazy. Thankfully, around September I figured things out and started prepping for the future. I've been making roughly a track a week as well as preparing the rest of the vision since then. 2. 2020. 2020 needs to be pivotal. Here's what the first half looks like release-wise as of right now. Then there's a graphic showing release every 2 weeks basically for the first half of 2020. As always, I'm independent and working with AWOL and STEM. Releases will continue for the entire year at 2 a month, 1 every 2 weeks, with some extras thrown about as well. I was considering doing weekly releases, but it didn't make enough sense logistically. Here are some of the key pieces of 2020 for RM. Releases every other week. Changing the World, which is the thing you're listening to or reading right now. The audio version of Changing the World, which is this. The RM YouTube channel, which is going to have weekly uploads at least, weekly stream on Twitch, RM Reach, which is going to be doing some different things than it's doing right now, and some other things that are both TBD and TBA. So everything I'm doing in 2020 is meant to provide momentum for RM and position it less as an artist project and more as the personal brand of a creative. If I start painting, that's Restless Modern. If I start selling hot dogs or building rocket ships, that's also part of Restless Modern. 3, plus. What is the point of any in this / how is it going to evolve? The first step is to build a platform and position it correctly. Not as an artist project, but as a core that will naturally grow several broader reaching branches. Music, and content more generally, is central to establishing this platform. This, along with continuous and directed exploratory learning for the second 2 steps, is the primary focus of 2020. The second step is to continue branching out into other spaces without neglecting the core platform. This will open up opportunities for the third step. These spaces will be progressively more focused on and directed towards the ultimate end goals, which are found originally on the About page and just copied below here. So they are to relate to, motivate, challenge, and inspire people globally, to democratize financial opportunity, to decrease the prevalence of sexual assault, contribute to the climate change solution, and decentralize and redefine the church. The third step is to use the leverage and combined learnings of the first 2 steps to create larger and more focused attempts to create impact on a specific issue. This sounds a lot like 1, idea, 2, who knows, 3, profit, and structure, but I have faith that things will start planning out over time. Or panning out, if I could read. They usually do. Thank you for listening to this episode of Changing the World by Restless Modern. If you're interested in subscribing or reading the full written posts, go to rm.substack.com.